If you don't listen, and if you don't realize that it is like this, yeah, the door is there and fuck off.
The first thing which pops up, everybody who reads your biography, is that you did not make the classical apprenticeship. You did not learn the classical chef's way. Can you describe how the first time was when you took over the Oud Sluis? How did you feel as somebody who did not make his apprenticeship? How was that?
Yeah, it goes like not in one time. You have the feeling, okay, you start in the restaurant with your parents after school, and so in that period my father was sick, so I stayed there for the rest of my career until 6 years ago I closed. So when I started there, so you know, you are like small like this. You're just coming from school. You know a little bit cooking. You know it's just the beginning. So then you're busy with yourself to train yourself to move yourself upwards, and it's tough. It's also tough. So if you are like more in training with a chef and you work there and you see the vibes and the energy in the kitchen, and you learn a lot from all the chefs, it's go easier. So I must figure it out, all those small details, techniques, etc. And of course, looking for an own style of cooking. So it was a tough race.
Did you have some role models back in the days, or did you just try to do it as good as your parents did it? How was the mentality of this young Sergio Herman in his early 20s taking over this restaurant?
It was, I'm a guy that if I start something, I go for more than 100%. Also, I know as a chef, it's a long way. You can't do it in a couple of years. You need for at least 8 to 10 years to be a chef, you understand? So in the beginning, in the beginning it was very hard. It was very hard to feel it also, because you stay early in the kitchen, you go late to bed, long days. You try, it goes in the bin, you start again. So it was training. I think like a football player, if he is also training on with his teammates or doing some techniques, is the same. So cooking a bouillon, cooking a sauce, cleaning fish, making sauces, that are the first steps. But in the beginning, your sauce is shit, really shit. You had no balance, and then you're fighting with it, because you don't have a mirror. You don't understand? You don't have like a good trainee or a trainee with a chef. So the training with my father on the floor, it was also hard, because I learned everything from him, the basics. And then after a few years, okay, then I know what is a beurre blanc, what is a mousseline sauce, what's béarnaise, how do I make a meat stock, how do I make a fish soup. So then I go for the next step. So every year I was challenging myself and pushing myself, better and better.
You pushed yourself all the time. Was it for yourself clear when you took over that you want to do it better than your parents? Or did it happen because you were always on the run?
It's not better than my parents because my parents had like more a classic fish restaurant. For me, it was like, okay, looking for my style, wrestling with that. And yeah, when I said before, when I do something, I go for more than 100%. So I was pushing myself to be better and better and better and better. And it's something in me. I'm searching for perfection in techniques, in dressage, in making sauces, cleaning fish and cleaning scallops and oysters faster than another one. It was always pushing. So yeah, that's the beast in me.
You push yourself all the time, but it's also known that you push your employees to reach their best and to push them. It's also known that you're not like the very nice and silent chef. You're known as being a tough chef. Can it work without being harsh? And
in that period, it didn't work because it was me and my ambition and in my power, in my I say it also yesterday. It's also driving a speedboat as a captain and pushing so hard. It was my way, you understand? And if you don't listen and if you don't realize that it is like this, yeah, the door is there and fuck off, you understand? But now I'm older, of course, and if I see some movies from years ago, I think to myself, come on, Sergio, come on. So yeah, now you're, of course, I'm strict and direct and never change, but I am also a guy that speak with my team and try to coach them better on a good level, you understand? It's also good that I search it out for myself in those years and do it now on another way, and it feels good. But I'm strong I'm strong for myself, but also strong for other people, and it stays like that. That's it. It never changes. But I say it different. I'm more looking for my words now.
You closed Oud Sluis then in 2013. What were the reasons? There were rumors you want to spend more time with your family, more time for other things, but maybe you can tell me more about it, what the reasons were that you said, okay, now enough for the first time.
For me it was like, my father was very sick. He had Alzheimer, and that was for me the last push in the back that I say, okay, man, you're on your highest level, you reach everything that I ever dreamed about, and yeah, we were working in a very small restaurant, in a small kitchen with too much people, and every year I was pushing myself and going for the next level, going for the next step, and on the end, it was finished. It was finished in that building, in my house there. It was the end, to go better and better. And the eyes to my father, how I look to him, how he changed in his sickness, in Alzheimer. It changed my mind. It changed my mind. So also to myself, to my kids, to my family, to say, okay, now it's enough. Now it's enough. Pushing myself every day in the kitchen, working shitload of hours, and enjoy a little bit more life. So then I start up Jane, but before I have Pure C already. So I close it, and it was hard to close also. It
was not an easy step. You were not like overloaded and said, okay, fuck off, but it was also hard, right?
Of course. It's not like I do it. It's your balls on a butcher block, you understand? I put my balls on a butcher block. And it's like, yeah, okay. He said, okay, the 21st of December is my last dinner. And we have 1 year to work to there. And it was a hard year with a lot of reflections, a lot of... sometimes I was saying to myself, is it a good choice? But now I can say it was a good choice.
Now you would say it was the right thing to do?
I miss it, but it's the right thing to do.
Your role shifted sort of a little bit. You became more of an entrepreneur instead of a meticulously chef who is only in the kitchen. I mean, with the Jane from Nick Breel, just to name one, you have projects where you're involved as an entrepreneur. As I said, what is exactly your role right now as somebody who is supervising other restaurants and building new concepts? Can you describe your role?
I always start thinking about the concept, of course. It's like Pure C or Jane. At a public blueness, we are busy with 1.5 to 2 years before making mood boards. I'm busy with that. So, and the style of food, and then in the beginning of the restaurant, I'm there on the floor and pushing hard with the team to make the standards and to make the style. And then it's more helicopter view, and then I have my team that roll the concept on the floor and be in charge of it. And so for me, it's not only fine dining anymore. It's nice, but also fine casual, fine fast food. It's good to do different layers in our industry for different level of people. And it's nice to bring food on different ways, in different venues, different energy, vibe. And it's very nice to do that and to search new goals and rethink everything. And it goes so fast. Everything goes so fast, and so it's not like I do a restaurant and it's okay now, and we keep it for 10, 15 years. You must always change it and give it a new look, a new vibe. And when you open a new one, we go for a different look. And yeah, it's also part of me, of course.
Because it's still creative work.
Yeah. For me, sometimes if I do a long time just a job, it's boring for me on a point. In Oud Sluis, I did it too long, 25 years. So then 2 years Jane, 2-3 years, and then I set up a Republic in Blueness. So yeah, I'm always on the move, you understand?
Yeah.
But now I miss cooking, of course. I miss cooking more than before, so yeah.
Since you say that you miss cooking, there are always rumors. Sergio Herman is maybe opening a new restaurant where he will cook himself again. Is that true?
Yeah, I'm busy with a new pavilion. I want to build a pavilion in my area, in my nature in Zeeland, nearby Katzand, nearby Sluis, nearby Knokke. And there's gonna be more a concept that people are eating in my house. With reflections with art, design, fashion, music, but just 18 cupboards. 18, yeah. And we have also our office there, and yeah, my staff is there, and so it's gonna be something very special. It's in my mind. It's in my body. Do you understand? It's I can't speak in detail, so it's not 100%. So, but I know what I'm gonna bring there. It's gonna be really new and really rethink myself in cooking, but also in terms of hospitality and eating out. So yeah, I'm looking really forward. So not for every day, eh? It's like for maximum 8-10 days a month.
Ah, okay, so really for special occasions.
Every month I give dates free when I'm cooked there, and just like maximum 10 days, because yeah, every day in the kitchen in my life is not possible anymore. Yeah. But
why would you say it's not possible anymore?
Yeah, because now I have also another life. You understand? I have my 4 kids. I have my wife. I like to move. I like to travel. I like to go out sometimes with my friends to drink a beer. You understand? To go to a concert, to go to football. So, but cooking is my passion, and I want to go back to my passion, and really cooking from beginning to the end with a small team. To go to Oud Sluis 2.0, you understand? To give people a very special feeling. So in a concept that is reflected with nature and reflected with our terroir of products.
How many people would work there under your guidance?
Where there?
There, in the new concept.
We have management. We are with about 4 or 5 people, and I think in the kitchen, gonna be also with 4 or 5, and then service. So yeah, we are modeling now the concept. So it's not clear, but yeah, it's in that direction.
I mean, what is also fascinating, you got all the prizes one can imagine as a chef. How, in your opinion, did the whole hospitality business develop, and how do you feel about the newest developments, also regarding the prizes with the world's 50 best list and so on? There are many more. What is your opinion about these newest developments?
Yeah, I think if people give you stars or points or whatever, it's always good for a chef, of course. It's always a push and to go for better, and it's a good stimulation for yourself, for your team. But I think the most important thing is go in your bubble and just go for your own thing. You understand? Don't look too much to social media. Just cook it for yourself and for your guests, and stay close by yourself. So important. So important to be special. To be connected by yourself, but fucking out of the box. Yeah, I think that's the most important thing. And then it's coming. But it's not only cooking anymore. It's also energy. It's also how it feels when you arrive in the restaurant. The mystic, the lights, the power of the music, the bar. Every detail is a detail. So it's not only a dish.
Yeah.
It must be magic. You understand? And not for 4 or 5 hours. Just also find casual. It's good to book last minute also a table and to feel it.
It's precisely this magic as well that some people apparently not always see in the hospitality sectors, because it's very difficult in a lot of countries to recruit enough people for the sector. Why do you think is that? Is the problem like this famous work-life balance? You also said before, I mean, working 14 hours, it's what it takes, it's what it needs to become very successful. But how do you see this newest developments in that sector?
Yeah, I think you must think different. You must think different how you are coaching a team, coaching people, inspire them. And now people love to travel. Young guys are coming from school, want to travel, want to work 3-4 days a week. Better, I want to work when I want. So it's difficult, but I think as an owner of a restaurant or whatever, you must think different. You must think like the young people now, and go more a little bit in their. It's also the millennium people. Yeah, they are like this. So you need, of course, always some die-hard people around you. In kitchen, in service, front of house, or in management. But the young people, connect them with your passion, connect them with your cooking, and try them to be better and better. Try them to go for the same spirit and the same way of living, and living for your passion that I did. And sometimes it works. And you need not 20 people like me, but if you have like 4 or 5 in your team, people with balls, people with vision, people with taste, perfection. So yeah, then it's a reflection for the other people. So then you can go for one team. Yeah. Then you can go for gold, of course.